Alright gang, what's happening? This is Matt Martin with Vehement Knives. We're going to start doing some video reviews after being asked a handful of times. It's been a long time since we've done one. So we'd like to kick off this year with one of our latest models, the Proteus. Proteus is kind of a cool name. Anybody who knows Jenna, she's the one who answers, is my wife. She's the one who answers all the emails, talks to customers. She came up with the name. Come to find out there's a backpack, I guess, with the same name. But when we were designing it, we were developing it for deploying SEAL, and at the same time we were developing one for the Navy SEAL Foundation benefit auction. And so doing that, we wanted to have something a little maritime, and like talked to a couple of my SEAL buddies, and we were going back and forth. And the Proteus turns out is a ancient Greek sea god who was given charge of Poseidon's seals. So he was in charge of protecting Poseidon's seals. And as we're doing this for the benefit auction and for this guy getting ready to go put his life on the line for the things that he has to do, we wanted something that would protect our seals. And so that's where the name came about. And if you ever read the history on it, it'll make your arm hair stand up. So we were really proud that we were able to use that name to help these guys out. Let's get down to the knife itself. We'll start with the sheath. These come standard with a Spec Ops brand Combat Master. This is the 6-inch. It does come with a, put that down real quick, comes with a pocket. You can keep a pistol magazine in there or a multi-tool. A lot of the EOD guys like to put their multi-tools in there. That's what we did when we were out in the field, the UXO community, with the bigger sheaths, and that's where I had seen these first, and I really fell in love with the quality. It's got a thermoforming plastic sheath in there that can be removed and cleaned out, if you need to, or just hose out the whole thing, whatever. And it also keeps the knife from blowing through the back into your leg if you were, doing some crazy voodoo stuff, rolling around and being a cool guy. But yeah, good high quality sheaths. They also help keep the cost down. This takes me no time to make. They are high quality, and the price reflects that a little bit, but it takes me no time, so you guys save money on the overall package. Together these are only $275, which is anybody can appreciate is a pretty decent price for a handmade knife. And if you had changes, we don't have jimping on here. That's another way of cutting cost, and some people don't like it anyway, so we don't feel like we're leaving anything out. But if you really like the design, we'd be glad to add something for you, or if you wanted different color scales, we could do that, and then the price will change, commensurate with what it is that you're looking to do different than the stock design. But let's get down to the knife itself. It's S30V, 3/16 thick. We like to work in the 3/16 to quarter range because we like good tough stuff, especially in the survival community. Sometimes your knife is your most essential kit. For combat loads, people look at their weapon, their rifle and ammunition as their most essential kit. So they want knives to be a little bit lighter. Survival guys don't mind having a more robust knife because that's really the most important piece you can take with you. This kind of shoots the mean. It's not a very heavy knife, especially compared to some of our quarter-inch stuff. So it kind of helps with the combat load. It's real thin. It's got good geometry, but it's stout enough that you can use it for things that knives honestly probably shouldn't be used for. 3/16 S30V, 58 on the Rockwell C scale, 58, 59 is where we like to get. We feel that that's where the top performance comes out of S30V, CPM S30V. We went with canvas micarta scales, and we don't polish them. We do on some of our knives, but on these guys, especially on the tactical series of our knives, we like to sandblast them, and then we treat them with a real special wax that we came across, and it gives it a real subdued finish. Still gets some nice color and patterning out of it, but it's got grip. It feels really good in your hand. It doesn't want to slip out. The ergonomics help with that also, and so that was our intention there. And just to give it a little bit of flair, we added some real fat, chunky black fiber liners in there, so it still kind of goes with the tactical, but you get a little styling in there too. We went easy on the recurve on these. You'll notice a lot of our knives are recurved. I personally am a fan of the way it looks. I like the fact that it adds more linear cutting edge to every inch of the blade. But this one's really kind of subtle, and so even if you're not an expert at sharpening recurves, this one should give you no grief, provided you use about a 1-inch wide stone. If you're using a big bench stone, you may have to get a little bit tricky with it, but we recommend people use pocket stones to sharpen anyways. If not, you can always send it back to us. We'd be glad to tune her up for you. We kept our maker's mark pretty subtle. I don't know if you guys can see it on there. I don't like a lot of crap on the blade. It just kind of breaks up the design, and it looks more like a billboard than your own personal tool. And when this shows up at your door, this is yours. We just want you to know we made it. So that's the limit of our advertising on here. As everybody knows, S30V is going to be a stainless steel. They're coming in at length is 11 inches from the butt to tip, and so it's not a small knife. I mean, it's definitely going to be your primary blade. The blade itself, from the guard to the tip, is coming in at 6 inches. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much the long and short of it. It's a good, solid, tough knife. It's thick, but not too thick. It's made out of premium materials, and it's got a really, really good hand. So I think anybody who grabs these, which we've sold a few of them so far, everyone's really happy with the way they feel and the way they perform. Please, we're open to all kinds of feedback. Anybody who knows me knows that I like to hear any kind of criticism, whether it's on the knife, whether it's on the video. We love to hear it, so we'd appreciate your feedback on that. Please like and share the videos. Tell your friends. Another new kid on the block making some pretty cool cutlery. We're a small shop, run out of Longmont, Colorado. There's just a few of us working in here, so we really, really appreciate your support, and we really appreciate all our fans that have followed us over the years we've developed. Anyways, thank you very much, and live vehemently.